my daily review for July 22nd. Today we had a gap up and a test of resistance on the S&P 500. To be honest with you guys, I have no clue what to make of this in terms of a technical standpoint. Obviously is that we gapped up and we tested it. The question is, what's next? Obviously, if we break these highs, we could go higher. But it's just a matter of how much. I'm not given really a clear signal either way of which way we're going to do, just because of how tight this candle is. I'm going to let this sit for a day, give me more information to go ahead and get it. It's better off, in situations where you don't feel comfortable trading to, go ahead, sit on your hands for a day and, let the market materialize and basically, give you more information that you need to get into the trade. NASDAQ was able to break above and go at all-time highs. Excuse me, not all-time highs. 52-week highs, and then basically stay above and not retest it. That's a sign that could be bullish for the S&Ps. But like I said, I want more information before I go ahead and make a play, on the overall market. Russell is finally breaking this downtrend that I was talking about. It obviously gapped up and it didn't really, test this bottom. That's looking strong. Like I said, we need to get a little bit more of a pattern to go ahead and play this. Netflix had earnings today, released. This one is looking incredibly bearish. It broke this low right here. I am, specifically I was looking at shorting it off the 30-minute open range break, but I was looking at the option prices and just they were just so high that I just completely avoided the trade. And I said, okay, I'll wait for it to set up, wait for the implied volatility to go down to these to go ahead and attack it. From a longer time frame, this thing looks like it's setting up for an Elliott wave. You have the top right here. This is leg 1. This would be leg 2, and this would be the follow through on leg 3. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with going short this until we're getting into the 420 area, and that's just because there could be people that are buying the dip in here. Once we get through this 420 area, that's where I would be looking to go short. One of my favorite plays is going short Netflix with deep out of the money, weekly puts, just complete lottos and seeing if they hit. This thing likes to move down hard, as we've experienced in the past, and likes to move up hard. So it's just a matter of getting that timing right to go ahead and get in. Chipotle had really good earnings today. I'm going to let this thing sit a little bit so that I can get a good play on it if we got good spreads. Apple released earnings today. This is kind of the range that I'm watching for a break. And basically the 95.28 to the 92.57 area. If it breaks this low, it's probably going to retest these lows here. We also have this uptrend here that we would basically become in violation of, and that we could be looking to go short at that point. Up here, you're taking out this these two really long down candles, and that you should have a good retest of the 97 area. And then if it breaks above that 97 area, you're pretty much looking at 100. There is one company not on the list. It's kind of like a secondary list that I watch. It's VMW. That released earnings today. This one is looking really, really good. If we could get a breakout above the 99.14 area, this is basically a longer term setup. If we look at the weekly time frame, if it breaks here, it punches through. It's got a lot of room to run. There was, I'm just going to review some trades that I did today. The only one that I took was SunPower. This one was, what was it here? This one I ended up taking a loss on it. mean, it is what it is. Even though I want to be perfect, the truth of the matter is that there's so many market factors you can't control, and you just gotta set up a system that puts probability on your side for basically the long term, and not to worry about the short term. So I was looking at a break above here. That obviously happened. I took the 30-minute open range break, and then it just stalled out and flagged for the first 40 or 45 minutes of the trade, and then it broke the flag, and then I ended up getting out in this area here. It was equal to about like a 30 cent loss, and that's I'm fine with that, because my overall targets were the 41 area. Putting that from basically a risk reward perspective is that I'm risking on a long position here. Basically it's 3 to 1, so that all I got to do is I just got to hit this trade 1 out of 3 times in order to break even, and that's then I could leave runners, and they could go to highs. So that's kind of my take on the trade. If I look at it again, yeah, I'd still take the trade. It's just sometimes just the ball doesn't bounce your way, and it just got pulled in. Like I said, the S&Ps hit those highs, and then they just stalled out, and that's what happened. So there's another one that I was talking about, Goldman Sachs. This one finally followed through. It was just I think I can't remember exactly where I traded it, but I got in. I just was like, screw it. This is a grinder. It was this Thursday. Yeah, it was this Thursday right here, this candle, and then ended up selling it. And then sure enough, I'm talking about 190, 197 is my target, or excuse me, 175 is my target, and sure enough, it closes right at it. So, I mean, it just says that it's not the system that's not working. It's just I just took a bad trade, and that that happens. You just get into the wrong things, and the ball doesn't bounce your way. So, that's all that I got for today, and go ahead and trade them all tomorrow.